I'm your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sarah Crowley.
And this is Bookmark'd. Do you want to know a fun fact about me today?
Yeah.
Okay. I really wanted to wear this sweatshirt because I thought that it was so cute that I came home from the gym and I remembered that it was in the washer. So I put it in the dryer and it's still wet. But I just really wanted to wear it. So I also have a heating pad on underneath because it's cold.
So you're sitting in damp clothes
I'm sitting in damp clothes.
Oh
it's fully damp.
Top most uncomfortable damp clothes. Probably.
But it's like, it was to wear, like, have you ever, like, before school, like, there was really something you wanted to wear to school, and then you threw it in the dryer and you had to leave, but it was, like, to the level where you're like, you know what, I'll bear it.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually did do that the other day. Yeah. That's not that bad. It's more like when you put on clothes, like, after you come out of, like, a pool, and you have to, like, go, like, throw on clothes to go somewhere. Like, when you were younger, you gotta go home after the pool day. That's uncomfortable. That is not. You're like in the car sitting on a towel on your mom's seat because she doesn't want her seat to get wet.
Oh, there was nothing. Like, I talk about this all the time. One time, me and my friends went to this amusement park, and it was like hot. It was in the middle of the summer, so it was hot and it was raining. Like, it started raining really bad, so we decided, like, screw it, let's go on this water ride that they have there. And my dad was driving us home, and we all didn't have, like, different clothes to change into. So we sat in the back seat as my dad had the AC on blast in freezing cold clothes for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, but we would have ruined the seats back then, coming out of the pools.
Oh, yeah. And they were not. And you don't understand as a kid. You don't understand as a kid, but now I understand. I also wouldn't want. Well, my seats are leather. Can you ruin leather seats by sitting with wet?
Could not answer that question. I think just throw a towel down.
I guess that's just the answer for everything. That's what, whenever I put Charlie in the car, my mom's like, put a blanket down. And I'm like, I don't care that much.
Yeah, mine are cloth. So I wonder if you can't get cloth seats wet.
Probably because wow, this is riveting conversation for all of you guys. But I would say probably because, like, something can mildew.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Anyway.
Sorry
guys. Welcome back to Bookmark'd, everyone. Welcome to today's episode. Do you have a DOTE today? Actually, hey, before we go any further, everyone come to the YouTube and comment happy birthday to Destiny before you do anything.
Thank you, guys.
Everyone has to let our Destiny know that you said happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Can't continue until you do that.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
I know this is coming on Thursday, but
also remember, tomorrow, merch releases tomorrow, the 31st.
Oh, yeah, because this comes out.
Yeah, the 30th.
The 30th. My days are all messed up. Like, I don't know. Because usually we film the day before the episode goes out. We're filming a little early this week.
Just a day earlier than we usually do.
Just a day earlier, but that'll get me.
It will throw off when you do something specifically, like, every week, and then you change it up.
We have a routine. We don't like our routines being messed up, but
if you will.
We're gonna need a happy birthday, Destiny. We're gonna need you guys to lock in if you want to get something. The drop is coming.
And happy birthday and lock in, everybody.
Yeah, there was something else I had.
I don't know.
When this episode comes up, if you want to pitch an idea for our February book, I'm gonna post a little story.
Yeah.
And let us know what book you guys would like to read together. We're just gonna probably choose, like, majority, what we see the most. So everyone.
But can I put a suggestion, guys? It is the month of Valentine's Day. So let's do a cute romance, please.
Let's get a rom-com in here.
I'm in a book slump. This is me in a book slump being like, I don't know. I've tried to start Fear the Flame so many times that I'm like, I'm in a book slump and I don't know if I can read another fantasy book.
The way that you don't even have... Did you finish it? Because I was going to say, you don't even have to finish it because I can rant. I can rant the whole episode if you want.
Yeah, I haven't even finished it. But I will. I will make sure it is finished by the time that we have to film the next episode. But all I've read this month, being in a book slump, is fantasy books.
which is crazy for a book club.
Well, but I've only read 3 books. Like, I've read 3
Oh,
books.
there were rereads, right?
There were 2 rereads in one, and it's in the same world, so it doesn't feel like you're, like, reintroducing something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, yeah.
I'm begging you guys. There are so many. I have a reading vlog planned for February. There are so many romances, and I haven't felt like this about romance books in a really long time, but I've just been seeing some that I'm like, I want to read that. Like, there's like, is it called The Wedding Dashers? I've been seeing everybody post.
I'm not up to date. I'm not up to date on these.
Oh, The Wedding Dashers. I've been seeing everybody read Collide. Is that the hockey romance?
Oh, yeah, the hockey one, because the new one, I think, also came out.
Yes.
I still have that on my Kindle. The hockey romance,
Same.
the Collide one. I should read that one. Well, give us some good rom-coms then. And we'll read for the love month.
Yeah.
Month of love.
So cute. So sweet.
Do you have a dote today?
Oh, yeah, sorry. This is the mug that you guys can get tomorrow if you try hard enough. Hopefully you guys can all get it.
Yeah. No, because if we do sell out, we will do a restock.
Yeah, we will. This has coffee in it.
Don't worry.
Hot coffee.
Hot coffee. Is it just plain? Are we rocking with black?
No.
Black coffee?
Are you crazy? This coming from the girl that I'm probably the most annoying person to get like iced coffee with because it has to be sweet. One time, let me tell you guys a little funny quick story. We were in LBI. We go to this coffee shop. I walk up to them and I say, "Hey, what's your sweetest coffee?" They start laughing in my face. They were laughing in my face. Like, thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I was like, I just like sweet coffee. And then even like they were making it a joke, they handed me the drink and they said something about it being like sweet coffee.
Here's your sweet coffee.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm feeling like, I'm like, this is not.
I feel like people that drink strong, like just black coffee, don't appreciate people that put a lot of sugar and flavors and stuff in theirs because they're always like, that's a sweet drink, that's not a coffee. You know?
But I'm still getting caffeine from it. Am I not?
No, 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
I think I'm more nervous when we go out to get coffee that your drink is good than mine. Because I'm like, if they give her a bitter drink, Desi's not going to like her coffee.
And the thing is we're rolling the dice on how I'm going to handle it. I'm either going to lie to everybody and be like, yeah, it's good, and then not drink it.
I know when you don't like it. I know when you say, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. I just like...
If you don't finish that drink in 30 minutes...
Nothing is like the time that we did our first meetup and I drank. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. Like, I was can I tell you guys? That is so annoying. I was so annoying. Like, going back and watching that specific part of me in the backseat.
That was
like,
so funny.
I was hyped on caffeine because I chugged it in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, we got coffee and then we were on our way to go to get like breakfast after that, but we like pulled into the breakfast parking lot and Destiny's like drink had been finished for like the past 5 minutes. She was in the back seat chugging it. Yeah. And you're like, "Oh, Destiny, how's your drink? Do you like it?" Gone.
This was after we had called the restaurant and said, "Hey, we're going to be coming in with some coffees. Is that okay?" Like,
no, I just went out to lunch with Chris's sister and she brought in her little coffee and they were like, "You're going to have to." I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Me and Isaac, I got a smoothie the other day and he wanted to go get Pliables. And then I was like, "Oh, okay." And then we're going in and he goes, "Well, take your smoothie in there." And I said, "No. I think they're going to beat the crap out of me if I walk in here with a competitor.
Yeah. I think it just depends where you're going. Like, we weren't anywhere crazy. She just had a little cup. And they didn't even sell coffee at the restaurants. I don't know. But
what do you have for a dote?
Oh, my dote? I have tea. I have it in my mug. But I think it might be too hot to sip. I still don't really know. I guess I could try. Don't want to burn my tongue today.
Oh, burning your tongue is the worst. She knew that I was about to ask what tea it was, too. She knew she was ready.
It's peppermint. I'm so nervous. I hate burning my tongue. Okay, I'm going to drink it. It's at the perfect temperature.
Yeah, that's great.
That's delicious.
That is absolutely amazing, everybody. Do you want to know? Yep, get that shot. Last night, I was editing all day yesterday, right? My mom is in town, and she was sitting in the living room with me, and I was editing a part of the vlog that it should be up by now. In the vlog, I go through these phases where, like, I will just need to jam out to music by myself, but like in a concert shot. You guys will see it if you watch the vlog. But then How Did It End was playing, and I was like, now I have to listen to the song. I sat for 30 minutes and forced my mom to listen to different Taylor Swift songs and explain the lyrics to her and why they hit so hard.
I feel like everyone in your life has had that moment with you.
And it's like annoying. I could tell my mom was like, and I was like, in this lyric, like, just listen to it. And I'd ever listen, I would pause the song and go, so she said this. And this is what it means. Like, think about this. We were listening to How Did It End specifically. I forget the lines that I pulled out from that song that I was like, this is devastating.
Yeah, but your mom is nice enough to ask questions back. She's going to get invested.
Yeah, my mom. And, well, if there is one thing that me and my mom can do, we'll run anything into the ground. We will talk about something at length for too long.
You guys can talk. Can talk. Put the two of them in a room. Yeah.
We will find something to talk about. Because, and it's crazy how long that we can talk about a subject at length.
That's like a thing though, because it's funny. Like I always get like a little meme on my Instagram when it's like that same conversation you have with your friend over and over. Like new things always come up, and it's like the same conversation you've been having for like 10 years now. And it's true. There's like always that one or two topics. Do you have any birthday plans?
No.
Do you have anything going on?
I'm not. What?
I'm gonna say I'm not, but like imagine I was surprising you tomorrow. Imagine I was surprising you for your birthday.
I'm not, so don't get hopes up or anything. Like, don't. I'm not doing that. But imagine.
Wish so bad. I just showed up.
I would probably literally pass out. But my mom, today she was like, "Where do you want to eat for dinner?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like, I'm just always like,
yeah.
I don't plan anything for my birthday. I just usually just sit at home.
I feel like there's either people that like to the T will plan in advance, like months in advance, like their birthday is coming up, or there's people that are just like, another day. We can just do whatever. Yeah. That's usually what I am.
Well, and we talked about this, I feel like, in a previous episode, but having your birthday be like in the middle of winter, like when you see like the cute little like garden parties that people like, you just can't do anything. Like you can't be outside. We're not outside. We're inside.
You can make a snowman. You can come. We got snow still over here. Make an igloo.
There's no snow in Austin. There was one drop of snow like last week, and the city shut down. I've never seen anything like it.
I know, I saw that. Isn't it because it gets really icy? Like, you guys get a lot of ice. Like, it's so cold that everything freezes.
But I went on the roads that morning, and they were not bad. Like, because I won't drive on bad roads. And every business was shut down, and I get it. Because it's like, I remember working at Starbucks, and the weather would be, like, so bad. Because, you know, like, living in the Midwest and even in the East Coast, like, snow can get so bad and the roads can get so awful. I remember being like, there's no way that we're going to open tomorrow. Like, I'm definitely going to have a day off. And they'd be like, no, come in at 4.
Yeah. They're not closing for anything. It was like, I babysat a lot in high school, and I was babysitting this one family, and it snowed so much that day. And I waited until, like, the dad would get home from work, and he would get home, like, closer to, like, dinner time. So it was, like, dark out when I left. And I was always scared of driving in the snow, but, like, to get home, I had to get, like, on the highway and, like, turn around on the highway. And I was like 17, freshly new license, and I thought in my car to turn on like 4-wheel drive was like this one button, so I clicked it, but it was the traction button, so I turned off like tire to ground traction, sliding everywhere. Like I was like crying the whole way home. Oh, it was horrible.
Thank God you made it home though, because that's like,
I know.
Just imagine roads so bad. Turn off traction. Turn off.
It's like the last thing you should do, but it was so much snow, so everyone around me was going like 20 miles per hour, so everyone was going slow anyway, but I was like freaking out. And then I got home, I was like, Mom, like my car's not good in the snow. It was like it was like an older Jeep than my first car. And she was like, because you turned off the traction. This is the 4-wheel drive with a different button.
And what can you do? What can you do? I'm just a girl.
You can learn. Yeah, literally.
That's why I refuse. There's like so many knobs and stuff in my car that I'm like, I don't know. And like there's like such new stuff that even like my dad, who knows so much about cars, I'm like, what is this? And he's like, no clue. beats me. And I'm
Yeah,
like, well, what? Yeah.
My stepmom got a new car, but it's like a newer version of, I don't know what kind it is, but like everything's electronic. Like you don't have buttons anymore. My stepsister was trying to drive it and she was like, I don't even know how to put the windows out. It was so funny. So yeah, everything is technology now.
That was, me and Isaac he got a new car, and me and Isaac sat in the car, and we were like, trying to figure, he was looking at me
Now
and going,
what?
he was looking at me and going, how does this, like, how do I do this? And I was like,
Do you look like the manufacturer?
we just got this. Like, do I look like how would I know? You've been looking at videos of this car. Like, I don't know. And then I would figure
That's funny
it out.
though. I'm like with Chris, I'm the one who thinks he's Google. Like I'll ask him something. He's like, I don't know why you think I would know that. I always am asking the most random questions, and I think I think he knows the answer to everything.
Yeah, which is sweet, because that's what. Well, Isaac will ask me a question of like that, like in the like, what is this? But when I tell him and we're talking in the car, I go, Google this. Google this for me. Google it. I know you don't know. Because it's something so random. The other day, he's driving. He looks over because I'm not talking. He's like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm looking up stuff about Chernobyl. He said,
Destiny
okay.
at any moment could be researching like the most insane thing. Like Chris last night didn't text me for a while, and I was like, "Hey," it was like late. And when he got home, he didn't text me. He's like, "Hey, like, what have you been up to?" Watching war documentaries. I'm like, he could be watching a documentary on anything. Like last month, it was like, I don't know, he was watching a cruise tour. Like he's just deep diving. You guys deep dive.
And you know what? And then what I do is I become insufferable about it, and I then bring it up to people. I have to go and tell people, like, did you know about this?
But I never know. That's why I like that you know, because you give me the lore on absolutely everything.
I think it's fun. If you look at me and you tell me new information that I don't know, I'm having the time of my life. I'm having the time of my life.
I don't think I've ever watched like a documentary on my own time. Unless
Well,
it was
one
like
time,
a murder mystery doc.
I sent you a screenshot one time in the middle of the night of me being like, hey, if you're wondering how I'm doing, and it was like the Roman Empire history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just know Destiny late at night is watching some documentary. She's learning about some history.
Well, yeah. And do you want to know, this just made me think of it. Have you, like, okay, do you and Chris watch movies? Like, how often are you guys sitting down watching a movie?
We watch probably a movie a month. We watched our monthly movie last weekend. You know what movie it was? We've watched it 3 times, by the way. Good Boys? Have you ever seen Good Boys?
Isn't that the one with the little kids?
Yes, and it is so funny.
Yes.
I laugh so hard every single time. So we don't usually recycle movies, but like it takes us so long to find one that by the time we're like ready to choose one, like we're past it. I don't even want to watch a movie anymore.
Oh yeah, I used to do that where me and Isaac would be like, let's watch something, and then we would spend an hour watching trailers on like different streaming services, and then we would watch nothing.
It's like Chris watches movies on his own because like I just have either no attention span or don't want to. But it's funny how 2 people can watch. Even with books, you come away from a book or a movie or something with completely different mindset or what you take away from it. It's so funny.
I think it's great that everybody can come out feeling 2 completely different things for movies. Talking about movies, there's 2 events coming up that I'm so excited for. The Grammys, I'm hosting a Grammys party. Like, we're placing bets on who's winning. I'm not actually hosting a Grammys party. It's just going to be me and my mom sitting on the couch. And
is Grammys the music one? Oh, I'm watching that one. I like that one.
Yeah. Oscars is also coming up. But the Oscars is so, if you don't care about movies, the Oscars itself is so boring. Like, it's so boring.
Isn't it like, you kind of know what movies are going to win? Like, you kind of know going into it what's going to get the best. Like, is it Wicked probably going to take everything? I can't even
go into it because the movies this year, like, so many people in movies got snubbed in directors. Like, the Wicked director didn't get nominated for Best Director, which is crazy. Like, crazy. Just like when last year Greta Gerwig didn't get nominated. Like, it's insane. But, yeah, you pretty much are like...
You kind of know.
You just kind of know.
Grammys now.
No, the Grammys
is like... come out with music? Oh, my God. I'm, like, sick of this. Day, like... 2000.
You're like begging. That SpongeBob, you know, where he's like rocking back and forth and just mumbling to himself. Like you're like,
I don't know what to do with myself anymore. But I can't wait for the Grammys. Is it like out? Like who's like nominated for what? When is
Oh,
the Grammys?
yeah. It's Sunday.
Sorry, I'm not in the loop. Oh,
February 2nd. So I have been
this up.
studying the Grammys nominations list, and Isaac again does not care about the Grammys.
Oh, but let's put in our guesses for some of them. Here's the 2025 Grammys nomination list. Full list.
Oh, and let me tell you, I have been placing my bets on who I think's going to win what.
Okay, here we go.
This is great.
Record of the year.
Which is like, is this like, okay, wait, because there's Song of the Year and Record of the Year.
Is record isn't record when you put out before the whole album? Isn't that the record? Your
I
record?
thought that was a single.
That is a single. Hey, Google is free. Hold on.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, let's Google this. Oh, wait. Yeah, it says the Grammy Award for Record of the Year recognizes recording, and then song is for the song's composition.
Okay. Well,
Whatever the hell that means. Okay, Record of the Year for the recording of it.
Yes, okay. Okay. Now and Then, The Beatles. Texas Hold'em, Beyonce. Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. 360, Charlie XCX. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, which he's doing the halftime at the Super Bowl. Not on my bingo card. I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, I'm going to be skipping out
Get
on
Pitbull
that.
there.
I'm
Why is
definitely going to
Pitbull
be
not
skipping out on
halftime?
that.
Good Luck Babe, Chapel Roan, and Fortnite, Taylor Swift.
Here's who I think are the top two contenders. Record of the Year, the recording of the song. I'm going Chapel or Sabrina. I'm going Chapel or Sabrina.
Oh, really?
I'm going Chapel or Sabrina.
I was going to say Billie or Chapel.
Billy's my number 3, but if I was just to do the top 2 of who I think like the 2 that are battling it out, but I think for Song of the Year, because isn't Song of the Year the same exact nominees? I'm pretty sure.
I'm about to get there. Song of the Year, no, it's a bar song, Tipsy by Shabuzi.
Oh, okay.
Birds of a Feather. Die with a Smile. I'm sorry.
Oh,
that's like my favorite
I love
song
that
ever.
song. I love that song.
Fortnite, Good Luck Babe, Please Please Please, Texas Hold'em, Not Like Us. So yeah, it's the same. There's just like a couple that are
See,
switched
I
out.
don't think Please 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 would win Song of the Year.
Birds of a Feather was a number 1 stream
Yeah.
on Spotify, just period.
But that's what I think, that if they're judging on the song's composition, I think Billy would win Birds of a Feather for Song of the Year.
I don't really know what my guess would be. I think Birds of a Feather. So maybe for Record of the Year, I still can't decipher the difference. I'm gonna go with Chapel because that was my second guess.
You have to think too of what but the Grammys doesn't really give awards based off of like what the
Statistics.
actual
number 1
like
song.
numbers were. They just judge it because there's isn't there like an academy? The Recording Academy is who is judging it, so it's just a bunch of judges. Yeah.
I want to be in that room when they're picking. I want to see how they do it.
See, they gave us an example on Google. It says in 2024, Miley Cyrus's song "Flowers" won Record of the Year, and SZA's "Kill Bill" was nominated for Song of the Year. I guess that doesn't tell us anything.
No.
I think it's like the
You're like, oh, they told us.
a song's composition is like the
Anyone who makes music right now is punching the air.
No.
So sorry. Guys, we just read books, okay? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Maybe we should read a book on this. The next one is Album of the Year.
Ooh, I think... Okay,
isn't this the one that
nominees.
Beyonce is like trying to win and never has won? Is it this one?
I think... Let me see if she's never won
song?
Album of the Year.
I think for this one, though... I guess let me read them first so everyone can put their guesses in.
Oh, no, she's never won the Album of the Year trophy.
Yeah.
I don't think she's winning it this year
I
either.
don't think she's winning it either. Okay, we have New Blue Sun by Andre 3000, Cowboy Carter, Short and Sweet, Brat, I don't know how to say this, Jess Volume 4 by Jacob Collier, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish, Chapel Roan, The Rise and Fall of Midway's Princess, and Tortured Poets Department. I think Taylor is going to win.
And not just saying this as a Taylor fan, I think it will be between...
separating myself.
I think it'll be between Taylor, Billie, and Sabrina, genuinely. Just also because, okay, Chapel's having her moment, but the whole entire album was not
No, I don't think so.
like not the same level as like her few songs. So they're all good. I listened to that album, but I think for album of the year, for literally, I'm judging on like everything. Like we're talking lyricism, the way everything goes. Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, I think are the two top contenders for this.
I think Taylor's gonna win.
I do think she's going to win. Just because, what was it? Rolling Stones had just put out the article, and they put out, like, The Prophecy as one of the best songs of, like, the past, what was it? Like, what was it? Decade or whatever? I can't remember what it was, but...
I don't know, but if the Recording Academy are looking at the whole album, I think Taylor will win it. Well, let us know your opinions down below. Let us know who you think
yeah,
who
do you think is winning?
It's not up to us.
Unfortunately. The way I would love, like, put me and you in there, and then record our, like, justification for everything. After you guys just watched us go, I don't know the difference between record and song of the year, and let us
That was like, I was so excited, like, when I was younger. I don't know if they still do the Nickelodeon Choice Awards, but, like, me and my brother, as soon as that list dropped, we were voting. We were counting down the days till it came, like, we were ready at 8 p.m. with popcorn to watch everyone get slimed. That was, like, just such a time back then. Like, I don't know if it's still a thing. I don't know if it is. I think it's really staged. Like, I know it's all staged, but, like, back then I didn't realize how staged it was.
It's not staged, because I just saw recently Katy Perry did an interview of when she was wearing that blue wig and this beautiful dress, and she didn't know she was being slimed, and she was like, that was a custom-made dress that got ruined, and she didn't know.
That's why I think now everything is so staged. Like, everyone knows if they're getting slimed. There was a magic to it back then.
There was. It's, again, with everything else, our lives were better, and it's never going to be the same.
We don't have the childhood magic anymore, but that's okay. Anyway, how did we get here?
I have my bets placed on the Grammys, though, and I will be on the edge of my seat all
Me too.
night long. Oh, Best New Artist. Can you believe that Tate McRae can no longer be nominated for Best New Artist?
Why? Because she's been...
I saw something that says, like, for example, I'm pretty sure... I want to say Sabrina might be in that category.
Best New Artist is Benson Boone. I love Benson Boone.
Oh, yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter, DOTE, Ray, Chapel Roan, Shabuzi, Teddy Swims, and Khruangbin.
So...
yeah, she's not on there.
I think I had seen this, so I don't know. I had seen this somewhere because people were upset that, like, Sabrina is in the category and she's been making music, and so is Tate McRae. But I guess Tate McRae, like, you're only allowed to submit for that category 3 times to be a new artist. So her team has, unfortunately, before her, like, big success that she has now, submitted her as Best New Artist before now.
That's okay.
You can't do it.
Maybe her album that's coming out will get them next year. I'm so excited. It's so soon.
I feel like she's a big pop star. I'm so surprised that no album or anything got picked up for, like, pop. Isn't there, like, pop album? I don't
know. I'm hoping maybe this one will do it for her. From her last album to this album, she's gotten just so much bigger.
I love, from Tate, if you're watching, Plastic Palm Trees. I love that song.
It is a great song. I'm so excited for her new album. It's going to be so good. But I also can't wait for the red carpet. That's also one of my favorite things to watch. Me and my mom, all of a sudden, we are judges.
Fashion critic.
Yep.
Put me on E! Network because I am a fashion critic.
Well, we'll come back next week and we'll talk about our predictions and if we were right. But let us know your predictions. Comment them so that we have them for next week.
Did you watch the AFC Championship on Sunday?
I was going to say, whenever you start a sentence like that, the answer is usually no, but I did watch.
I watched it, and then everybody went to bed, and I stayed up to see if Taylor would go on the field, and I was like, I'm living my best life.
Yes, I did watch that. I did see her go when he was talking. My brother is a huge Ravens fan, and they were so close. But
which they were close last year, too. I feel like we literally had this, like, conversation last year. He was so mad because they got so close. Yeah.
It's like deja vu.
I was almost in tears. The fact that the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl again the year that Jason Kelce retired.
Isn't that crazy? I was thinking about that. Do you think that he's, like, thinking, like he's obviously probably proud that his team went? I know nothing about football, but, like, do you think he's, like, kind of upset that he's, like, not still there?
I think it's bittersweet, especially that first year out. Also, your brother still playing and knowing that you could have, like, done that again.
But now his mom doesn't have to split down her jackets anymore.
That was so iconic. And I don't know if anybody's watched the Jason Kelce documentary, but I sobbed my eyes out after when they showed how he lost the Super Bowl and he went to the hotel room with his kids and the way he was like just trying to put on like a whatever face, but you're just so devastated. I started crying when they showed that the Bills lost. I started crying. I said, "Don't show me Josh Allen." Like, he was walking off the field. He looked so sad.
I was like, how is Haley gonna console him? How do you console someone after almost making it to the Super Bowl? How do you do that?
I don't know. And he tries so hard to. Like, Josh Allen is really good. He really is.
I feel like though you can't say like, oh, but you can't say like, you got this far. Like, no, but you were like a step away from the Super Bowl.
No, that would piss me off if somebody was like, but at least you got this far. I'd go, yeah, that's why it sucks so much. If I would have got out as a first round, I would have been like, okay.
Yeah. I would have been so upset.
But you got so close. I'm just interested to see if the Chiefs can make history of being the first ever team to win 3 back-to-back Super Bowls. That's all I'm interested in.
Are you rooting for the Chiefs?
Yeah, because I want to see if they can make history. I want to see if that can happen. Not even because of Travis Kelce, genuinely. I root for history being made.
Yeah, I don't really know who I'd root for. I think I'm just like kind of down the middle, I guess. I feel like as a person in New Jersey, so many people that are Philly fans here, I should go with Philly, but I don't really have a stake in this game.
I own so much Eagles merch and no Chiefs merch.
I have a lot of Broncos merch, which is so random.
You
just
do.
I like the color. The colors are cute. And
I'm like,
I do.
I feel like I remember you buying it and you told me you were like, this was like a while ago, and you were like, yeah, I don't even like the Broncos. I liked the sweatshirt. And I was like,
I have
same.
3. I have 3 of their sweatshirts because they're just like, the graphics they make for them are cute. Sue me. I don't know. I'm just girl. No. They're cute.
If I'm at Abercrombie, I don't care what the team is. If I think it looks cute, and then when you go out and men are like, oh, the blah, 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 I always just look them in the face. Bruh. I look them in the face and I go, I don't care. I just liked the shirt. Like, and I just say it in the most like.
Yeah, but it's with any other sport but baseball. Like, you won't catch me in a Mets hat. You won't catch me in that.
Oh no, I'm in nothing except New York Yankees gear. Like I would never put another team on my body.
Next season, you're gonna have to come so we can go to a game.
I know my family wants to go to a New York Yankees game so bad. We were gonna try to go this year for the World Series, but then they lost so quickly that it didn't happen. I don't know if you guys are so excited with our conversation that we've had this whole entire time.
Yeah, I don't even. This was like. We went down the most random path. Sorry, but we talked about cars and sports. That is so.
But it's interesting to get a girl's perspective of 2 girls who know nothing. Like, and that's another thing. Like, we know nothing, so I get entertained about people who just know nothing, and they're just like me.
In any game.
No.
Yeah. Let's play some bookish. Would you rather? I wish we had like a little game show song that could play right now.
Bookish. I wish we had a buzzer. Like, we don't need one, but like buzz in. Oh, we should just do a high production one day and just make like a bookish game show.
Yeah, like a full studio game show.
We shouldn't though, because I get so competitive. Like, no one's ever seen that side of me, but play Uno with me one time and see what happens. It's bad. And Monopoly.
I love Uno. Uno's probably the best game.
Do you know what Uno we have in my house?
No, which one?
It's called Uno. It's like Uno something, but there's literally like draw 14, draw. Oh, you have like
cards. the crazy pack,
the crazy one that really ends relationships. Yeah. One day we were all playing it late at night, and we all were getting into arguments. It was bad.
That'll start a fight. Start a 20-book universe, or only read standalones for 4 months.
I'm gonna say only read standalones because the fatigue you would get of only reading the 20-book series and no other book, like you would just, unless you like loved it, unless you.
Yeah, but 20 books is a commitment. Like, what if you don't like it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I would rather read standalones because that's just so.
Yeah, I'd rather read standalones because at least you're done with it and you can move on. Would you rather? I was like, what does YWR stand for?
Oh yeah.
Would you rather read on a beach with a good romance book or read in a cozy cabin with a fantasy book?
Read on the beach or read in a cabin.
I would want to read in a cozy cabin with a fantasy book. I don't know if it's because it's winter right now and I'm just like cozy reading is like really my favorite.
My heart wants to say beach, but it's so hard for me to read at the beach because I'm like looking down. I can't look up like this. And reading at the beach, like you really romanticize it. Then it's never quite as good as you think.
Like you can get like the peak comfy in a cabin with your book.
That is
I think
true.
that's just ideal.
Yeah.
But I do love reading on the beach. Would you rather never be able to finish all the series you're in the middle of or never be able to start a new series? I think... Oh, that's hard because Magnolia Park isn't finished. Oh, and there's nothing like though starting a new series and like getting a 5-star series.
I would give up the series that I'm in the middle of right now.
Okay. I like can't give up Magnolia Park, so I would have to never start a new series. Like if that wasn't in there, I could give them up.
See, but the way I'm looking at this question is like series that we're in the middle of that like the book's already out and we're in the middle of it. Not that like they're
That's
unfinished.
true.
That I'm looking at it like not that they're unfinished out of our control. They're unfinished because we haven't read the books that are out.
So maybe I'll answer this question when Magnolia Park's books are out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll cheat it.
Yeah. You can always read.
Would you rather only be able to read fantasy or romance for your whole life?
I would say romance just because sometimes fantasy, like, I feel like at one point I could always pick up a romance book, but I can't always pick up a fantasy book.
I feel like me last year would say fantasy, but me right now I would say romance. I don't know why I can't pick up a fantasy right now.
Well, but that's like how... But that's what I'm saying. I feel like no matter what month I am, I could always pick up a romance book. But there's a lot of months of the year that I can't pick up a fantasy book.
Yeah, that's true. Like romance is year round. Okay, would you rather read Throne of Glass for the first time again or read Addicted Calloway Sisters for the first time again?
Throne of Glass, because a reread of Addicted Calloway, which I want to do. I literally debated on starting that today. That's comforting to me. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing like reading Throne of Glass for the first time and all the twists and turns that you just don't even know are coming.
Yeah, I agree. And I think rereading either of the two, I think I'd rather just reread Addicted Calloway.
Yeah.
But like starting Throne of Glass fresh again, that would be incredible. I wish. Can someone like start wiping memories of books?
Let's.
If I had any superpower, that's what it would be, to be able to reread
You could do
I want
a lot
for the first
of
time
good with
again.
that.
I would be able to reread Magnolia Parks again. I'd be like, oh my god, that's incredible.
Like I just want to tell you guys, like, that shifted everything forever when Sarah picked up Magnolia Parks. Because, like, the first time that we ever, like, met up and hung out, I still have the picture of, like, me sitting in the bed at the Airbnb and Sarah's showing me her phone and it's, like, BJ's tattoos and she's, like, full on, like, passionately being like, this about his tattoos.
I had 2 jobs the first time we went. The first time... Oh, huh? Okay, sentence. That was not English. I had 2 jobs the first time we met, and the one of them was to do the ceilings TikTok.
Yes.
The other one was to convince both of them to read Magnolia Parks again, give it another shot. And when the both of them were like, I don't think so, I went on to tell them spoilers for everything, actually. And I succeeded. You started reading again.
Yeah.
I think Haley just finished... I don't think she read Into the Dark. I know she read Undoing, like, up to that. So, only be able to read hardbacks or only be able to buy 1 book a month?
Only be able to buy physically 1 book a month.
You're like, I still have my Kindle.
Yeah. I'm still getting things on my Kindle, but physically I would just buy 1 book a month. I just don't like...
Yeah.
But then, here's my thing, though. Whenever I'm talking about books, I love when it's a hardcover. I love holding up a hardcover and talking about it. I love the look of a hardcover, but the reading experience of holding a hardcover. But sometimes I do like a hardcover. Sometimes I like writing in a hardcover. It's like writing in a notebook.
I've never once liked a hardcover. I've put books down because I don't want to hold a hardcover.
Okay.
I would pick only buy one book a month. Even if I can't buy on my Kindle, I don't want to read only hardcovers. Because then you can't read on your Kindle. You can only read that book on hardcover.
True.
That's horrible. That is so horrible. Don't take my Kindle away from me.
That is the worst thing you could do to me.
Okay, only... I feel like I know what you're going to pick. Actually, yeah, maybe I don't. Only horror and romance or only fiction and fantasy?
I would go only horror and romance because if I can find a good horror book that's going to spook me, which a book has never done, can I just say? Books never spooked me out before.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get on that this year. We're gonna find you a spooky book.
But have you ever read, well, because you read thrillers, but have you ever read a thriller that you're like, I'm scared to, like, go out of my room right now?
No, the only one that I stopped reading at night was Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I don't know why it spooked me. Because someone was, like, they thought someone was, like, in their house while they were stuck in the house. So I was like, oh, okay, so someone's in my house right now. So I stopped reading that. But it was not, like, no books never, like, made me spooked where I had to only read it, like, daytime only. Like, it's that bad.
See, that's just what I yearn for, though. I remember people said that they felt that way about The Last Word. And I was like, I can see why, because The Last Word is very eerie in the fact of, like, it's kind of like cat and mouse-esque. Yeah. I don't know, though. I was also reading Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark at, like, 7. So.
Yeah. You have a good tolerance for spooky things. I didn't even answer. I would have to pick fiction and fantasy because I don't know if I could read horror. But since you're saying they're not that scary, I would just actually pick horror and romance and pick some, like, super spooky horror.
Well, the thing about horror as the genre is it's either, like, they play with a lot of, like even if it's not gory? Scary, yeah, it's, like, gory and kind of this, like, twisted nature a little bit in the books. I can handle
it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever read, like, a true horror book before, but I think I can handle it.
I think Bunny by Mona Wad is, like, fiction horror, so.
That book is, like, I've never done it before, but, like, taking shrooms. So that's what I would assume.
Oh, yeah. No, did I ever tell you? I read that on the way home, like, from Florida when we were doing a road trip, all in the middle of the night. My dad was driving.
I thought you dreamt it.
No, we were driving. It was, like, 3 a.m. and I was, like, finishing the book. And I was like, Chucked it out the window after.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It confused me so much. Would you rather give up your favorite author or give up your favorite genre?
I would rather give up my favorite author because I could probably find a new one.
Yeah, because I feel like how many books does your favorite author come out with?
Yeah.
Versus how much is in the genre?
Yeah.
I feel like even though that hurts.
Like, I'd have to let go of, like, Emily Henry or Abby Jimenez or Annabelle Monaghan, but, like, I would be able to find somebody that I enjoyed still. Not as much, probably, but.
Yeah. Oh, this is horrible. Would you rather read a book with wet pages or a non-breakable spine? So it's a stiff book that you cannot open up.
I would never read a wet book ever in my life.
I have that one book that I dropped in the bath, and then when it dried, I read it. It was just crunchy.
Mine was Act Your Age, Eve Brown, and I was laying in a kiddie pool in the middle of summertime, and then Charlie knocked me over, and the book fell into the pool, and I did read it while it was semi-wet.
Yeah, but it's hard when it's wet because it's, like, see-through. Like, you can see the other letters.
I was so mad, too. Oh, my gosh, because then the book was, like, the whole entire thing fell in the water, so then the book was just crunchy and huge.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, like, my one copy that happened, too. I was, like, blow drying it with a blow dryer. Like, trying to dry the pages.
Catches on fire.
I think I would pick a non-breakable spine. And I would break it. I would find a way to break that spine.
I can't break. Take that out of context.
Be
aggressive.
Every time I watch, it doesn't happen very often, but when I watch football and they get 1st and 10 or whatever it is, I sing the cheer from my high school that's ingrained in my memory. It's like, 1st and 10, do it again.
Yeah, that's every high school, yep.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, well, it's stuck in my head every time I see it. Would you rather be a dragon rider from Throne of Glass or Fourth Wing?
Well, there's no...
Well, you know. Would you rather ride...
was about to be so annoying. Like, you just come with
Well, factually.
Actually, it's not a dragon. I was saying that because I also call the creature in Throne of Glass a dragon because I just don't care. And I have gotten so many comments, people so mad at me. So that's why it's engraved in my brain because people are like, it's not a dragon. And I'm like,
It
okay.
technically isn't, but like, which flying creature would you like to be on in which book?
I find the fourth winged dragons a lot more entertaining because they talk to you and they're like sassy. And I'd be sassy right now.
I also would pick Fourth Wing because I liked the dragons.
Yeah. When they pop up, it's my favorite part. Like, I love when the dragons are talking and they're just so like...
I picture them like the Dragon Tales dragons. You ever watch Dragon Tales?
Oh my god. I always cry when I think of Dragon Tales.
That was a great show.
Yeah, but the little girl who voiced the one dragon, like, died tragically. And it just always makes me think of that.
Oh, I had
You
no
know,
idea.
she's the same little girl that does the voice in All Dogs Go to Heaven. You ever seen that movie?
No,
Guess
I
what?
don't
The
think I
dog's
did.
name, it's an animated movie. Dog's name in that movie is Charlie.
Oh. I can't watch dog movies.
No, me neither.
Would you rather never be able to recommend your favorite book or only be able to recommend that book?
Would you, never be able to reread your favorite book?
Would you rather never be able to recommend your favorite book
Oh.
or only be able to recommend that book to like
I would
anyone?
never recommend my favorite book.
Yeah, because I guess there's so many
maybe
other
it's
books you could recommend.
It's like a passage that I'll just keep in my little, and it's just like a secure book that nobody will ever know about. It's just secret.
You just went kind of like witchy over there.
I'll just keep it secret, and it's like this lost relic, and only I know about it. Also, I do want to say it's A Land Before Time, not Dragon Tales. I just realized I messed that up.
Oh. I was thinking about Dragon Tales the cartoon.
Yeah, but I was thinking about A Land Before Time. Like, when you said Dragon
I still don't know what
Tales,
you're talking about. Yeah.
You've never seen A Land Before Time.
I think I have. Hold on.
It's dinosaurs.
What is it called? A Land?
Before Time. It's animated.
I've definitely seen this. Oh, yeah, I've seen that little guy before. Would you rather read only classics for a year or only nonfiction for a year?
Classics, because I feel like I'd get pretty smart. Learn a few new words.
But you can learn from nonfiction.
I know, I read a lot of nonfiction, but I read nonfiction.
Okay. Thank you. She reads nonfiction, guys.
In case anybody was
Period.
wondering. Yep.
End of sentence. Okay.
But classics,
I would pick-
here's my thing. Here's my thing.
Okay.
Would people, like, I feel like classics are so engraved in, like, society, like, people will reference something from, like, Little Women or Pride and Prejudice. And
I'm
I don't
sick
know.
of reading romance books and not knowing the lore. I'm sick of it.
And
I
that's
need to
why I
know.
would
Yeah.
do it. That's why I would do it. So I could
Yeah.
be in the know. I hate being left out. I need to know.
I hate FOMO and I have it every time.
No.
I would pick classics.
Did you
too.
know that that's why I finished Onyx Storm? Because I was so tired of seeing people post about it and I didn't know what they were talking about. So I sat in one sitting and finished the rest of it.
I don't blame you. I literally do not blame you. You're stronger than me, though, for actually reading the book. Okay. Be killed by your favorite character. This is if you were a character, obviously.
Okay.
Right? I don't really
No.
know. That wasn't specified. But be killed by your favorite character or be forced to marry your least favorite character.
Go ahead and kill me off every time.
Yeah,
Like,
like
how
you
good is
imagine
my
marrying
life?
Kale? Like,
That's
Who's
not
your
my
least favorite
character,
character?
though. My least favorite character ever is probably like
trying
one
to
of
think of
these
mine.
toxic guys I read about in a book. Like, I would probably...
I can't think of like who my least favorite character ever is.
Like, if... Okay. Like, if we level this out, like, if Rhysand or Rowan murdered me, I would die happy.
Yeah, I
So
guess
I
that's
can
true. I'd like to
ask for-
see. I'd like to see my favorite character before I die.
Like,
Sure.
imagine if BJ just...
No, but that'd be so sad because it's like, okay, well, that's all
But
I
it's
got.
like Romeo and Juliet. They didn't kill each other. But just like that, I've never read Romeo and Juliet.
Have you ever watched any of them?
No.
You watched? What about Romeo and Juliet?
Yes. Of course.
You watched that?
Yes, of course I did. Of course.
I've never seen that. We watched Romeo and Juliet in high school.
So did I, but it was middle school for a class, and it was in English. And I'm like, why didn't we just watch 10 Things I Hate About You? That's also based off of Shakespeare.
We did that in the same class, and we had to compare. Okay, would you rather only listen to audiobooks in one speed or only be able to read 20 pages a day? At that point, it's the same speed.
But I guess I would pick audiobooks because I don't listen to audiobooks as much as I read. And here's my thing, too. I listen to audiobooks in 2 to 2.5x speed. And I can't tell you how many times Isaac will walk in and hear me listening to an audiobook. He'll be like, there's no way that, and I pause it and I repeat everything that was just said. I'm like, you don't know how fast my brain works. My brain is going 1,000,000 miles a minute at all times. It has to be fast when you talk to me.
Yeah, because I wouldn't pick 20 pages a day because after the 20 pages, like, you want to read more, but with the audiobook,
that's what I'm
you
saying.
can continue.
Like, remember...
What?
Shout out Rachel. Remember when she did the video and I didn't know what she was doing it for? And it was like asking us for random numbers, and it was like how many pages she could read. And I said like 5. She was like, I could read 5 pages a day, and I was like,
I've never laughed so hard at something in my life.
Like, I didn't know, and I watched a video and I said, I am so sorry.
That was so good. Yeah, I would do 1x speed. I listen on like 1.7 or 8. Like, that's my good spot. But sometimes I like listening and also following along with the book, and the voice is too slow, so then I'll go up to like 2 something. But like, Danny will listen in 1x. Like, she thinks it's crazy 1.5. I said, you are insane. She's listening on 1x speed.
I've accidentally like started an audiobook before at 1x speed, and I'm like, no.
It's slow motion. Would you rather meet your favorite book boyfriend, or would you rather kill the villain in a book with magic?
I would rather do no work and just meet my favorite.
Yeah, but using magic?
Yeah, but how long do I have to
That'd be sick.
How long do I have to like figure it out before I can kill a villain? You know what I mean? Like, we wait like books until somebody gets to kill somebody with their powers.
Yeah, you're right. And if there's only one chance to meet your favorite book boyfriend, who's to pass that up?
Can I die heroically killing the villain, and then like we have a moment and it's like Can I bargain a little bit?
No, there's no bargaining in this.
Another version.
WYR. Okay. Why can't I ever speak?
No, you're good.
Would you, thank you. Would you rather never read another Emily Henry book or never get the full breakdown of the ending of the ACOTAR series?
I would rather never get the full breakdown of the ACOTAR series, because here's the thing.
That's crazy.
ACOTAR, most of the things that we need to know, we know. There's just a few unanswered questions in ACOTAR. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you read A Court of Silver Flames, like, we're just adding stuff at this point. Like, we did the big thing in ACOWAR. Like, we did it. We did the thing.
Unless she's going to throw the craziest plot twist you've ever seen in your life in the next book.
No, but there's just a few things like family, lineage that we got questions about.
Okay.
But Emily Henry's like...
Yeah, I would also pick the ACOTAR one, but I thought that you were going to pick...
But here's my thing. I'll make up whatever I want.
You'll make your own ending.
I will.
Would you... Oh, this is harsh. Would you rather only be able to read a book until 50% or only read 1-star books? Ugh, that's horrible.
Only read a book to 50%, because I think I would stop reading if I only ever read 1-star books. I would just be like, this is not worth it anymore.
Yeah, give up reading. Yeah, and I guess after 50%, you can just like go search up the second half if you have to, even though you can't read it.
Or again, I just make up whatever I want.
Would you, no, because aren't Kindles waterproof? Anyway, would you rather your Kindle fall in a bucket of water or your favorite special edition book? But aren't Kindles waterproof, technically?
I have 4 different Kindles, so one of them can fall in the water.
If my Kindle fell in the water and broke, I would be really upset. I love my Kindle. But also, I would rather my Kindle fall in than a book.
Like, imagine one of your, like, best special editions.
Yeah, no. I would, because how can you replace that? It's irreplaceable. Would you rather live in the Boys of Tommen or Magnolia Parks? I feel like I know what you're going to pick, but maybe I don't.
We've said this, but we've compared this to Magnolia Parks before. I could not fit in with them no matter how hard I tried. Because they're too mean in the, like...
Here's how I would do it, though. If I can't get in with their group, I'm going to become friends with BJ's sisters. Like, I'm getting in somehow. And then that's how we'll meet everyone. I would be okay with just, like, creepily, like, walking past their houses just to get a glimpse. Like, I'd be fine with that. I'd go to get dinner at the same place just to look at them if I can't be friends with them. Like, imagine walking past Julian's house. The compound. Like, imagine walking past. Just to be in their presence, I think, would be... pretty sick.
Yeah, but for me, the Boys of Tommen, it's like, oh, there's always drama. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Like, something's always happening where it's just like, we got to do something as the friend group. I love feeling needed as a friend.
Fine. Receive all of your favorite author's arcs or get to hang out with your favorite author for a week.
Receive all of their arcs.
I was going to say, they're going to get sick of me. They don't want to hang out with me for a week.
I can't. No, I just can't do it. I can't. I would embarrass myself so badly.
Yeah, what if the impression's not good? That there's too much at stake there.
You know, just give me your work.
Yeah.
Just let me get my little hands on that.
Yeah, I would do the arc. Unless it's, like, secure that we would become besties. There you have it. Well, you guys have to answer all of these down below.
You guys, so we expect, again, just to go back from the beginning,
a happy birthday.
Happy birthday and a lock-in. Who you think's going to win the Grammys this year. What you guys thought about the AFC Championship and who you guys want to win the Super Bowl.
And answer every single would you rather.
If you guys have ever, like, worn damp clothes before school, and then answer every single would you rather. Just as a little recap.
That's, like, at the end of the Jake Shane podcast when he asks them, like, what they learned from the episode, and this is what we've learned today. The Grammys are soon, so that's what I took away.
Hey, you guys learned that the difference between record of the year and song of the year
No,
is...
we didn't, though.
I said it. We just don't know what it means. The song of the year is the composition, and the record of the year is the recording.
Perfect. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Everyone's a happy birthday to us. Anyway, see y'all next week with our first
next week
episode.
We're going to recap the Grammys. And
we have so much to recap.
There's going to be a lot to recap next week. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let us know what you learned and everything else. Goodbye.
Love you.